her from actually racing. And so, throughout these last, I don't know, I guess months or close to a year, she's just been quiet and silent and grinding. Right. That's what it looks like. She was just putting in the work. She was going to let the work speak for her. And she showed up this past week. Beef patties with, all right, I'm done with Kenneth.
Beef patties.
Here's the thing. Nobody wins with the family feuds. I love the fact that after the race, Jamaica, we had Shelly Ann and Sharika, running right with her. Yeah. Came in like silver and bronze. And, they was embracing her. They was talking smack last year, but it's competition. They're very competitive women. At the end of the day, and they train hard and they work hard and they want to win. And but Sha'Carri came out on top this go around. Yeah,
Petty and Frazier is funny.
I told myself I knew what type of episode this was going to be. But yeah, no, Sha'Carri definitely came out, did what she needed to do, and I'm proud of her. You know what I'm saying? She handled herself accordingly, even after like the interviews, and just really just giving praise to God and just the work she's been putting in for the past year. So
yeah,
showed up this year, showed up this week, and
it showed out.
Underdog came through barking real loud this week.
Yeah, this should be a lesson to all student athletes out here. Like, the world could love you 1 second, and it could turn its back right on the next.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that is a lesson. And you know what? I forgot to mention she went to LSU. LSU, let me tell you something. LSU.
They got at this point. If I'm playing, I might want to go to LSU, collegiate sports.
Between track and field, gymnastics.
Yeah.
Libby, they got it on lock over there. She's a survivor. Testimony only right. She's tapped in.
Yeah.
She's tapped in. Yeah. No, the U.S. definitely. They wasn't playing this whole entire week. And that kind of leads us to the next point. Yesterday, they won baseball too. Oh, I didn't know that. So yesterday, the U.S. they ran the 400. Is it? Yeah, the 400 meter race. Yeah. And they were facing some backlash because there was a controversial ruling against the United States track team yesterday with the handoff. So what I learned is that on the handoff, they have to stay within a certain box, like there's a blue box somewhere on the track. And so one of the runners actually ran beyond the blue box to hand the baton on.
Oh, wow.
And because of that, they were disqualified from the semifinals. But they still came up, I believe, in silver. They ended up getting silver. They were right behind the British. But yeah, they came up short, having to win the silver because of the pass off.
Yeah. I was seeing.
Okay, that's what it's. Yeah.
I was seeing people say that our U.S. men's team's pass offs were very ugly. Like, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, people been tweeting about it and talking about the pass offs have been really lackluster. So that's interesting that they got disqualified for I guess an illegal pass.
Basically, yeah. But they still, do what they needed to do. I guess of course, you want to win the gold. But yeah, that happened, and then the U.S. and the women, they swept the 100-meter relay. I believe it happened yesterday, and Noah Lyles. I heard he is nobody to be played with at all. Noah Lyles. He won his third gold medal, and then Sha'Carri won her second. So all in all, the U.S. did not come to play this year, and I'm very interested to see how they do. I guess throughout the year and at the Olympics, like they've been focused, and it's been you could put Noah Lyles anywhere. Yeah, I just saw highlights, and he was moving. He was moving. There's another gentleman on the U.S. Track team. I don't know his name, and forgive me. I'm gonna learn it because he too is next. He too is next up. These men are fast. And they were not playing this week. So, if you haven't had the opportunity to see the highlights of everything that's been going on in Budapest, I implore you to go take a look. These people were competing from all around the world. And it's just amazing to see these athletes just operate at a very high level.
Yeah.
They're moving extremely fast.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, and I'm sorry to bring this up, but you know, Brittany and I was talking about Kevin Hart.
Oh.
You know, he was just racing against a previous NFL player, and he tore his abdominal, like his abdomen, and other things towards the pelvis and the leg area. He tore everything up. And for me, that just put some things in perspective because he was trying to move quickly.
Yeah.
And it's like these track stars, you know, they're finishing races in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
10.4, 10.5, 10.2. That's crazy. So, yeah, I still like to say these people are just ridiculous athletes that need to be respected. I'm done with tennis. I'm not even about to read that. But yeah, shout out to the U.S. team, track and field. Y'all was doing the thing this week. Go check them out.
That's a fact. This rolls right into another story we've been talking about this whole week with Spain. So obviously I know the U.S. women's national soccer team got kicked out of the FIBA World Cup. They lost on penalty kicks to Sweden, okay? In the round of 16. So we had a new winner this year, Spain. And apparently some things went down after the win, the World Cup win. So which is really crazy to me. The whatchamacallit? Jesus Christ. President. Yes, the Federation president. But did you see him holding his balls too? And gyrating? Yo. He was being out of line. Like the boy.
Completely out of line. You know, now he's facing assault charges. You know, it's been a lot going on. So long story long, he kissed Jennifer Hermoso, who is a star athlete on the Spain team, women's soccer team that Brittany was just talking about. He grabbed her by the head, and kissed her at the end of the game. And you know, the next day, basically other athletes on other soccer teams, national soccer teams, were calling him out, saying that he sexually assaulted Jennifer. She did not act, and then she made a statement saying that this was not something that
was expected.
She wasn't planning. Yeah, she wasn't expecting this. I did not want this. So, Spain wanted him to resign. The women on the team was like, we're not playing another game unless Rudalis, I think is his name.
Yes.
I may be mispronouncing that, but nonetheless, they said, you need to resign or else we're not playing the game. He was like, I'm not.
He said, no bueno.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not resigning, and I'm going to have to talk basically with the media because I think it's being blown out of proportion. He then, I guess, worked with with his PR team to release some, his point of view and his side, and the media, not the media, excuse me, the public is still like, dog,
Nah.
resign, because you wild, like you wild out, and you're not even apologetic about it. You need to go. And so he's facing disciplinary proceedings right now. They're looking into it. The Spanish Football Federation is now looking into his conduct. But what's even more interesting is that they're saying that Jennifer has been lying in many of her statements that she's making against the Federation president. And Brittany has reported in previous episodes how nasty these soccer coaches have been moving. A lot of them, Brittany brought to my attention, a lot of these soccer coaches within the last year and a half have been facing legal proceedings because they've been sexually assaulting other players on other teams.
Yeah.
A lot of these women have not been speaking up, and it just kind of came to a head maybe about close to a year ago. And so, just wanted to bring that to y'all attention. We'll keep y'all posted as to what happens with Luis Morales. We just mentioned it, the Spanish Federation president. But he's in hot water right now, to sum it all up. He's in hot water. He's not really apologetic. And it's like, he's like, all right, I ain't trying to quit. We just won a world championship. I ain't really trying to.
Right.
I ain't trying to leave.
Facts. So we'll keep y'all posted on that.
Yeah, many do. Many women do. Players do.
That's a fact.
It's like I said, Brittany brought to my attention the amount of sexual assault that's been reported in the last year. And it's out of control. It's actually very alarming. So
yeah, it's very sad.
We'll
so
keep y'all posted with that. Yeah.
If you got a daughter in soccer right now, or in any sport, y'all better make sure y'all protecting y'all kids and knowing where they're going. Yeah, doing your DD, doing your due diligence, because it's not good, and we need to protect our children by any means necessary. Okay. With that, rolling into the WNBA, Asia Wilson records 53 points, man, and the Aces win last Tuesday, and this was just 11 days after she scored a career high 40 points. Old girl is hooping. I mean,
she's showing up.
What can we say? Yo, Sydney Colson is cray. Like, she sent a tweet the next day. She was like, "So you couldn't get 54? All right, come on, man." So what up, Danny? I don't know what to say. This lady might get her next MVP. And she's already had 2. Obviously last year she won the chip. Like, she was also a defensive player of the year at one point. Like, her first 6 years is probably better than most people's career ever. Like, ever. Right. Like, these accolades are gonna keep coming in, and I'm excited to see her continue to evolve into the player that we know she can evolve into. Like, I think when she gets that 3-point shot too, she's gonna be OD. Like, she hit 1 3. She hit 1 3 in that game. And I can just see her continue to extend out, because the game has completely changed for me. Like, just seeing bigs shoot the way that they do now, Um, it's it's unbelievable. So I'm excited to continue to watch her grow.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, 53 points ties Liz Cambridge for the most points
Right.
scored in a WNBA game. So that record was recorded on July 17th in 2018, when Liz Cambridge played for the Dallas Wings. But remarkable performance. Okay, 20
Yeah.
21 from the free throw line, freaking 16-23 from the field. Believe she also was this the game she also had 4 blocks?
I
Cause
believe so.
cause she yeah,
She just filled up the stat line for that
yeah,
game, to be
she
honest. She filled it up.
she was teeter tottering with everything on the stat line. What up, Kwame?
I don't know what's
Welcome.
going on with them, though, because the Las Vegas Aces did lose last night.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say? I think that they're
I didn't
tired.
see that game, but yeah.
I think that they're tired. Yeah, what did Danny say? Facts, no one NBA or WNBA has Asia Wilson's resume at her current age.
Yeah, she's doing stuff that ain't
Right,
just performing
right.
at a very high level.
Very
So
high
that's
level.
to sum it up. She's performing at a very high level.
That's what I'm saying.
So Kwame.
It says Wilson now has 735 points this season, passing Kelsey Plum, who has 726
At this
in
point, it's more than
2022.
735. I think that
Yeah.
was recorded last week
Mm.
when this game happened. So at this
Right.
point, she's surpassed 735 for the season.
You know how hard it is to score that many points in a year? Like, I watched my younger brother score 656 points in a year, and I thought that was OD. Like,
That is still OD.
I mean, I
Like,
mean,
that's
I
still
seen
OD.
him score over 1,000 points in 2 years. Like, that's a lot of buckets. And she looking like she about to finish the season with 800. So how many games is left?
That I don't know. Danny, I don't know if Danny's still on, but
Like, how many games is left, man?
I don't think it's that many. But interested to see how this playoff run and everything else is about to go.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say I forgot to piggyback off what you just said. Like, they lost the other day, yesterday. They have to be tired because they've been playing at a very high level all season, and that takes a lot out of you. I don't really think that they have a real like bench for real. Is their bench even?
Yeah.
They're
I don't think their bench is super deep. No.
yeah, and obviously they don't have Candace Parker, which is a big blow. But yeah, I think they may be a little tired. They may be a little tired. They got to rest uh, before the playoffs start. Essentially, I
Yeah.
don't know how that's going to happen, but they're gonna have to, muster it up and get it together because
Mm-hmm.
they definitely can win number 2 in a row. So, um, yeah, I mean, who else has won multiple chips in a row besides the Houston Comets? Minnesota, right?
Okay.
Minnesota, I believe, potentially the Maya Moore teams. What's the other lady that just retired from?
The only team I think about the Comets, like you said.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. Who else was Lindsay Whalen? She was on that team.
Yeah.
Sylvia Fowles, I believe, was there for a little bit. But yeah, nevertheless, I gotta do my research. But yeah, the Houston Comets, they're the only team that's ever won 4 in a row. Like, they was dominating the 90s. So, um, so yeah, okay, yeah, Seattle Storm. Yep, yep, yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
Comets,
Yeah, yeah.
Storm.
Okay.
Vegas.
Yeah, interested to see how Vegas does this. So I guess it's done, but the season ain't over yet. They I was watching the Sparks play the other day. They came all the way back from trailing the Atlanta Dream probably like 15 in the first half. So Sparks looking like they making the final push. They playing well together going into the playoffs. That's what I'm saying. Like they playing well. So So yeah, Asia Wilson been out here getting buckets. So I'm excited to see what she finishes with during the year, like during this season. So yeah. Last article. This is real. You know, I'm glad that they did this. We all know that the late Nikki McCrae Penson passed away from cancer a couple of weeks back. So she was a part of the Washington Mystics. That was her team. So they honored her in a Hall of Fame ceremony. And you know, she was a great player, yo. Like I remember when she was at Tennessee, killing. Killing. Okay, so she was a very special player, but most of the things that I've been seeing, that the post about her was that she was really a great person. So I'm very happy that the Mystics, made it their business to honor her, and what she's done for women's basketball, and it's a beautiful thing when you can have a legacy after your career, and people continue to remember you after you're gone. So, kind of keeping her name alive. I'm happy to see that they did this for her.
Yeah, for sure. Sad.
Yeah. So, shout outs to Nikki McCrae Penson and her family. As always, sending love and light there. But let's move into some NIL news, some lighter news. NIL heavy today.
Yeah, it's been a lot going on. We can start with Beats headphones. So, Beats has been really busy in the NIL space. I think the last thing that we probably reported, or one of the biggest, was when Bonnie became part of the Black Bear campaign. With Beats, and now Beats launched an inaugural Beats Elite class. 18 NIL deals with 15 football stars, which is huge, and this is the Beats' biggest campaign yet. And so they signed Beats headphones, or Beats signed 15 college football players, and they'll be featured across various marketing campaigns wearing custom Beats products. And they tapped in with some of the hugest or biggest names in college football as of right now. They got the Clemson quarterback, Cade Klubnik, who getting new money. They getting this money. USC quarterback Caleb Williams, Oregon State quarterback PJ, I'm not going to mispronounce your last name, Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe, LSU quarterback Jaden Daniels, Michigan quarterback JJ McCarthy, Tennessee quarterback Joe Milton, Florida State quarterback Jordan Travis, Alabama defensive back Kool-Aid McKinstry, Georgia defensive back Malachi Starks, Washington quarterback Michael Penix. Penn State running back Nick Singleton, Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers, Notre Dame quarterback Sam Hartman, and then Colorado quarterback Shador Sanders. So those are big names in football, in college football as of right now. And combined, those 15 athletes have 3.3 million social media followers. So this campaign is going to reach a lot of people. The audience is about to expand tenfold, and and each athlete has been posting about the deal on their platform. So shouts to Beats for being super active in the NIL space with these college athletes.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of this list is quarterback heavy.
Yeah, it is.
For sure. So what that tell you about being a quarterback?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, Beats, you have the influence. Why not?
Yeah, I know money. I got the money and the influence. So
Yeah.
I mean, and the campaign looks super fly. If you haven't seen it, I think it's also on Born Free NIL's page
Okay.
on Instagram. If you just type it on 3NIL, you'll see the campaign, and it looks fire. Like it's a little commercial for all the athletes, and it looks dope. So shouts to Beats.
Yeah, shout out to Beats. Love that. Do what y'all got to do to get these athletes paid. Okay.
Yeah,
Use your
yeah, for sure.
influence. Use everything. I'm happy to see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm even happier to report on this NIL
Yeah,
deal here. We really like NIL is really impactful and can really change lives, like for real, for real. So like I think this is amazing partnership to get people like obviously more aware of what's going on in the community because this stuff is real. I just recently watched what is this thing called on Netflix? But it was dealing with the oxytocin crisis that's going on and people's addiction to opioids, right? These addictions destroy everyone around you. Okay, like not just the person who's taking it, but also the people that are obviously their family, their friends, these relationships too. So like this stuff is very this is a very important topic here. So I know I'm beating around the bush, but in another NIL first, the U.S. Department of Justice announced Monday that it had entered into an NIL partnership with members of the San Diego State basketball team. As part of the team's NIL deal between the DOJ and the 2023-24 Aztec men's basketball rosters, the players will promote fentanyl awareness and prevention through social media efforts. Fentanyl, I don't know if y'all know how big of a deal that is. The epidemic is really crazy.
it is, and
It's
it's a big deal that the Department of Justice chose SDSU to beyond SDSU. They just chose to go the NIL route to like help, and that's how deep like the NIL, how NIL is, right, and how important it is because you're utilizing these young people's name, image, and likeness to
yes,
broadcast, to to demonstrate and to explain and just reach different audiences that you normally wouldn't be able to reach. Like
right,
these young people are able to reach other young people who are probably I have not done my own due diligence. Or I haven't done my done any scientific research, but I'm pretty sure that fentanyl does impact the young community, like
right,
these kids. And
yeah,
so getting the kids involved to help stop this issue
right.
was smart and is smart. So this is the first of its kind. We've never seen this before. I just wanted to say that. So go ahead, baby.
Yeah, so essentially they're gonna help, post and raise awareness about the dangers of fentanyl. They also discussed the need to be aware of locations to obtain narcine in the community. So narcine is a drug, I guess, or medicine that rapidly reverses the effects of opioids to prevent fatal overdoses. Yeah. This addiction to opioids has really become a thing now. Like it's not pretty. Yes, the movie's name is Painkiller. So essentially I see it like if they making two different versions of this movie about the same family and the same problem, then it has to be a problem. You know, me and Shantae have watched Dope Sick. She hasn't finished it, but Dope Sick on Hulu is the exact same storyline, but on a different network, where they're talking about the family, that family. What's their family name again? The Sacklers. The Sacklers. The Sackler family, and just how they were driven by greed and just money. And yeah, it's not a made up story at all. So shout out to the DOJ for getting involved in NIL, and also shout out to the San Diego State basketball team for obviously they're gonna be performing and basically just upholding their part of the deal here, with raising awareness for this, because this is it's crazy. But yeah, moving along.
Yeah, so we got Florida. We're gonna head to Florida. 8 Florida Gator female athletes on an NIL deal with dermatology platform Honeydew. Honeydew is, like I just mentioned, a dermatology platform based out in New York, and they have signed 8 females from Florida, female athletes from Florida, and these athletes are from basketball, soccer, track and field, and volleyball. And the CEO, who's David Bergeron, sorry if I mispronounced your name, he mentioned that he's always been interested in getting, getting in the college space for a very long time, since creating the actual product. This was actually a target demographic for him, college students. And so he's been wanting to work with them, and he now sees the NIL space as an opportunity to kind of reach into the younger adult pool to really, advertise his product, the dermatology platform. And so this contractual relationship that he has with the 8 women's athletes that we just mentioned is for a year. And what I thought was really cool is Honeydew actually also provides these athletes with a few compensation options. So it's not just money that they're offering. There's many different things that they're offering to athletes. So first of all, every athlete gets free access to Honeydew for at least 1 year.
Okay.
I think that's cool. At least they get to try out the product and see how it works for them. And then, they can give honest feedback and then decide if they still want to, promote this product. If the relationship between the company and the athlete continues longer than a year, then so does the athlete's access. So essentially, you have the potential to continue to use this product for free for a few years, for as long as you promote and are under contractual obligations with Honeydew. And then athletes could also choose upfront cash compensation, plus commission, or exclusively commission, but at a higher rate. Each athlete receives a unique coupon code to be included in social media posts. I think it's super dope that they give them the option to kind of choose which way they want to go with getting paid. Yeah. I haven't read many, companies kind of giving these student athletes the option. So I think it's really cool that Honeydew is doing that. Yeah. And so, yeah, again, we've kind of covered how we see more cosmetic lines and cosmetology products and services entering into the name, image, and likeness space. We talked about Angel Reese and, her NIL deal with Mael, Phoenix. We're probably going to see more and more cosmetology focused goods and services kind of pair themselves with not only universities, but with women's athletes. Right. So just very interested to see how it goes. But I think this is really cool what Honeydew is doing. So shouts to Honeydew.
Shout out to Honeydew. But we also spoke about this offline, how we both seen Tina Thompson as the pioneer for.
Tina Thompson was still in college right now. Right. Brittany and I was saying how she probably would have had like she would have been signed to like some type of like Mac.
Yeah.
For like lipsticks. Like,
Mm-hmm.
come on now.
Facts.
Tina Thompson used to wear lipstick all the time. Like, it would just make sense for her to be signed to a deal.
That's a fact.
Or like FloJo with her nails. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
she was alive. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
just thinking back at just all the trendsetters that happen to also be athletes, like, they'd be eating right now if they were still, if they were the, you know, if the opportunity presented itself.
Right.
Kenneth said he would love to see those contracts. It's interesting you say that because there are a lot of college coaches and universities that are actually arguing that be a part of like the federal bill that they're trying to push, that they make contracts visible and that we see how they are constructed. So right now there's still no federal bill, so nobody got to tell you what's in their contract. But that may change. I don't know.
You will see.
But we will see. We shall see. But they are fighting for that. They do want that. That's one of the things that they're asking for.
Fire. And that we need that visibility and transparency.
Yeah.
For sure. 2 NIL articles left. This one, y'all been hearing this young lady's name over here on this side for a while too. So LSU's Flau'jae Johnson got an intersection named after her in her county, her hometown of Georgia. Chatham County intersection in Savannah, Georgia. And Savannah will bear a different name this summer, the Flau'jae Johnson intersection, to commemorate the legacy of the LSU freshman, starting two guard and aspiring rapper Flau'jae Johnson with a name change for the intersection of Albercorn Street and West Montgomery Crossroad. The Georgia State Representative Carl Gillard basically said the honor was not only for her career in basketball and music, but also for her community service work. In July, Johnson donated $10,000 to the Frank Callen Boys and Girls Club and also gifted $100,000 worth of basketball shoes, uniforms, backpacks, and other items. That's fire.
Yeah, she's been busy, just serving the community. And her own father was very much the same way. So it's really nice to see just, even though he's unfortunately not here anymore, just, she's continuing his legacy. She
got it in her DNA.
Not only rapping, but just being community driven.
Yeah.
And, this is only the beginning for her. She's only about to be a sophomore at LSU.
Right.
She has a lot going for her. And this is a beautiful thing. That's just a beautiful thing.
No, it is. I mean, if you get something named after you, that's a big deal. That's a flex. Yeah. Like, I know Maya McCurdy, she got her own day in Cincinnati. Like, I just seen Ryan Howard also got blessed with something in her honor as well. I'm not sure if it was a street or if it was an intersection, but something's named after Ryan Howard too. So these women get into it, making impact, and that's really what we need. We really need those examples. So I'm happy Flau'jae is getting her flowers early. Like, yeah. And she's doing the work. Over $100,000 in gifts to the kids. Like, usually you just go into a backpack giveaway and I'm gonna get a backpack with school supplies. But I mean, she giving away shoes, uniforms, like that's and beautiful. Other stuff too.
For parents and it's needed, and it's just beautiful that she's showing up. Yeah. These young women are showing up at a very young age for other young people. Like, that's a beautiful thing. So
facts. Shout out to Flau'jae. Can't wait to see LSU hoop this season. And last article, The Volunteer Club, which is an NIL collective, released vodka with Foundry Distilling, benefiting the Tennessee NIL, which is kind of fire. Even though I don't promote alcoholic beverages,
Yeah,
I
really.
um,
Yeah,
uh,
we're not promoting it, but this is a cool. So what I did read is that there's a lot of NIL collectives actually entering into the alcoholic beverage space. It's not
interesting.
just Tennessee. There's a lot of them doing this because
Okay.
it's a cool way for them to, get that money in and then also let them bring that money or cash
Right.
to the student athlete. And so, you got to think about like tailgating and all that stuff at football
Right.
games.
Right.
That is how they are getting this bread for
Yeah.
sure. And so they selling this vodka at $24.99, and it's already on shelves in Texas. In Tennessee. It's on shelves, and the NIL collective will pocket 25% of every bottle sold. 25% of every bottle sold.
Okay.
And athletes, obviously, under just NIL laws, they're prohibited. Student athletes are prohibited from gambling, from marketing or promoting tobacco, alcohol, gambling, anything crazy. They cannot promote.
Right.
So you won't see, unless it's being done illegally, you're not supposed to see a student athlete promoting, this vodka. But it's just cool. It's another way for, to give the money back to the student athletes. So,
Yeah, y'all should capitalize off of that. Somebody needs to come out, and a beer company needs to come out and, you know, partner with another NIL so that they could get, because that's all people do. Y'all drink, bro. People be drinking at them tailgates, getting crazy before they even get into the stadium.
some of them don't even make it.
They don't make it to the stadium. Like, that's how bad it be. So
They don't make it.
y'all might as well
That's tricky.
give back to the student athletes, bro. Like, come on. That's
I can see that. I can see that happening. They could be playing intermediary. They essentially are.
that's a fact.
But
The
it's just
middleman.
another way for the NIL collective to drive in more money to then be able to distribute that money. But yeah, they play an intermediary because the student athletes themselves can't promote it. So they're not. There's no, they're not under some type of contractual obligation. But we'll see how it goes. Like I said, they're not the only collective doing this. I'll have to look a little deeper into how they are going to distribute them. I don't know, not just distribute, but how they're going to utilize the money. Because just because they're bringing in the profit doesn't necessarily mean that all of it's going to be funneled to the student athletes. They too probably have plans for their NIL collective. I don't know. So that money is going directly to them. We'll just have to see how they split it up, utilize it down the road. I don't know. But that's a good point.
Slippery slope. But we'll see how it pans out. And I'm sure if they're very successful, then we're going to see the reiteration of that business model over and over and over and over. So,
for sure.
Yeah. That's our NIL articles for the week. So, tech, NFT, Web3, artificial intelligence. I'm sure most of y'all know or have heard of the author Stephen King. Because he's just a goat in the area or the genre of horror.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he even looks the part. He's not very pleasant on the eyes.
I like horror. I like horror. Mystery and horror stuff.
Yeah.
artists and actors, creators are not creating right now. Because they're on strike. They're not working.
Right.
Because they haven't been getting paid. They're just due. They haven't been getting paid what they should have been getting paid. That's why they're on strike now. And so, Stephen King, like Brittany said, is an author, a renowned author. And he was basically covering AI and saying how he's not really afraid of AI, artificial intelligence. He doesn't feel like it's going to be a threat to his creativity or his creations, but that you should still kind of give AI the side eye and pay attention to what's going on, because it can affect humanity. So he was just saying, like, we should be open to seeing what's going to happen with AI and how we can better utilize it, but also be wary too and move with a sense of caution around it. And he has been utilizing AI, I think, for some of his novels, or he's trained it to work in his favor with certain novels that he either has already created or that he is creating. But he's on the side. He's on the road less traveled for authors right now.
Right.
Part of what the authors are also arguing right now is the stop of AI being utilized, but to cover their books and things that they create. Neighbor, you wouldn't say hi to, right? Right, relinquishing their right to voices and images. That's correct. So that they can utilize it in other ways down the line. And so it's just very interesting to hear an author as big as Stephen King be on the other side of just his thoughts are on the other side of that, which is, I'm not totally against AI.
Right.
We should move with a sense of caution, but I'm not totally against it. And yeah, while many others are like, hell no, we won't go. Like, let's not even start doing this now. Kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, I want to know, Brittany, how you feel about it, because you are an author. And
yeah,
how do you feel about just, where your tech is heading in regards to like books?
I mean, I feel like,
you on the blockchain.
Yeah, I am on the blockchain. But I can understand his way of thinking. I mean, it's not, because I'm always gonna have a suspicious eye up to AI, essentially, or a suspicious side eye, if you want to say. But I really think writing comes from you, essentially. I mean, if you can get AI to help you expand ideas, then I think that may be great. But I think writing comes from a place of passion most of the time, and like also just like an obsession with your craft. So like you have to. I don't want people to depend too much on AI, because then I think that kind of like boxes in your creativity. Like
that's what he said too.
So yeah, I think you use it in the capacity that you can use it to like help facilitate ideas or expand on ideas. But the writing piece, I don't think you that's something that technology can't do, at least in my opinion.
That's what he said.
Like,
he said he does not think that AI will beat out human creativity.
Yeah.
You need the human to act like you need the human.
That's a fact.
The human, he kept saying throughout the article. So what you just said is very much in alignment with what he was saying, and Kenneth is hilarious. He says Stephen King is basically the neighbor you never say hi to.
Yeah, I'm not saying hi to you. Yeah, I told you he not really good on the eyes, so yeah, but yeah, that's just how I feel. And no shameless plug, but The book Shantae is referring to that I am an author of is called Groundwork 29, Books, Ball, and Beyond. You can find this on Amazon. Just type in Groundwork 29, okay? And yeah, it's basically my story from, playing sports, what sports has taught me, essentially how I've used the lessons I've learned from sports, post sports, and just kind of having that conversation because that's why we do this, is to talk about the beyond, essentially.
Right.
So yeah, AI, use it to your advantage, but also take heed and stay suspicious because we want to continue with our creativity because humans' creativity is unmatched. Okay.
Right.
I'm very, very sure of that.
Right.
But yeah, more so in the realm of AI. This is more so in the medical field. Early detection of Parkinson's disease has been found using artificial intelligence. Hey,
Yeah. Like this is like kind of.
this is what we need AI for. Okay.
Kwame says Stephen King is already known and paid. It's easy for him to not feel threatened. So who's to say AI won't envelope the creative cells? No, yeah, that is a great point. And yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point,
this
Kwame.
Is the debate. This is the debate. This is the constant conversation that I hear not only authors talk about, but also musicians, right? Because then the flip side of that is like AI also gives you the opportunity for those that are lesser known and don't have the income to like hire a band or people that play certain instruments to utilize AI to their advantage to then create songs and musical compositions that they wouldn't normally be able to, because they don't have the money or the means. So it goes both ways, but it's just it's gonna be interesting to see kind of like how this pans out for real. But that's a good point.
No, it is. And I would just say to the lesser known people, keep creating. Like, don't just keep creating, because at some point, like, I feel like it don't matter how long it takes, you're gonna get a breakthrough at some point. Like, you have to believe irrationally or just believe that that's gonna happen, but you got to continue to do the work. Like, continue to write, continue to be a creative being, because you love to. That's what you love to do. So yeah, like Kwame said, he is a big artist. We already know who he is, but we still waiting for other people to arrive, and that's always the case. I would just also say this. We're seeing people use their social media to get to higher platforms. So, like, as an example, Toby and the Wigway, you know how much we were beasting every Sunday to see the next video drop, right? Mm-hmm. It was just him and his group of people, the producer, Nell, his wife Fat, like they figured it out. All from a challenge, essentially doing a challenge every Sunday and just being consistent with it. Another example, the Russell. During the pandemic, this boy capitalized.
Right.
Every day.
Still, the content still being pushed.
Right. So you just gotta keep grinding, keep doing what you love to do, and essentially something things will start to happen. That's what I'm gonna say. Things will start to happen when you continue to do what it is that you love. Okay. But harping on this next AI article, using AI to essentially detect early signs of diseases. I think that should be a great thing of the use of artificial intelligence, right? Helping to save people. So this year alone, AI has been a beacon of hope in the medical field. So restoring mobility to quadriplegics, combating age-related diseases, predicting cancer treatment outcomes, and even deciphering intricate protein interactions. So this latest study, spearheaded by University College in London and Mooresfield's Eye Hospital team, looked at retinal scans. So basically, your eyes, because your eyes tell a lot. Everything on your body tells a story. So using the retinal scan, I guess I want to know why they chose retinal markers for this. I have no idea why. Would that be more accurate, or in kind of deciphering what the disease or what stage the disease is in? I guess, but I would like to do some research of that. But this was a pretty big data pool for them to pull from to make this claim. So 154,000 plus patients were basically used this data to come up with these different markers for retinal scans, essentially. So it says the real game changer here is the involvement of AI in pre-screening for the disease. So yeah. Parkinson's disease, if you don't know what that is, Michael J. Fox has it. I believe this was also the disease that overtook Muhammad Ali. So it's a disease that I guess something's wrong with the nerves where you can't really control your voluntary movements. It's like voluntary movements become involuntary. So, yeah, shout out to them doing this research, and shout out to AI for helping diagnose this early. I think this is a major win for AI. But again, you know me with the suspicious side eye. So there we go.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I need to hear more stories like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that
You don't like
shows.
it for good.
Yeah, yeah. Use it for good, y'all. Don't use it for bad. Like when y'all want to steal people's art off the blockchain and copy it and stuff like that. Like, come on. Don't use artificial intelligence for that. Use it to help save lives. Use it to, to do and make impact. Okay? But we still got the scammers out here. They don't care. They don't care. Okay? But last article, tech news, Patrick Mahomes can't quit crypto. Patrick
He ain't
Mahomes.
doing it. He not going nowhere.
Okay.
He like, yeah, I know. It's kind of quiet right now in the NFT market, but that's all right. I truly believe, even though all my other celebrity counterparts have gotten sued and have faced FTC violations and have had to pay FTC, I still believe in crypto. I still believe in the power of crypto.
Okay.
So he's diving further into crypto, and he announced a collaboration with Azuki this past week. And in the words of one NFT holder, he has been Azookified.
Oh.
Meaning that his likeness has been converted into a limited edition trading card from the anime style NFT brand. So he in it. And it's dropping the NFTs, those trade cards, they're dropping 15,000 of those.
Oh, this is like a PFP project for him.
Yeah, 15,000? That's a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're going for, but they dropping 15,000.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just here. Azuki.
Yeah, Azuki they had some trouble. Something happened where somebody said they stole something. They stole this type of style from something. Let's just say that this card's value went down. It crashed. It crashed like the Great Depression. Okay, of 1929. Yeah, down 80% of its value, basically. So.
Well, he's riding with them.
He riding with them, ride or die. I mean, and that's what you do when you believe in products or you believe in things. Okay, y'all fail, but we can get back up and let's see if I can help you out.
Kenneth is nothing mysterious. I'll just leave it at that.
You don't see why the three lives kept your head died under mysterious circumstances.
Nothing mysterious. That's why we need to just start our own. We got to do a paywall podcast about our theories.
Yes, that definitely will have a paywall because.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'd love to see Kenneth in there and a couple other people in there as we talk about some of our theories behind and our thinking, honestly, behind certain things that's been going on and stuff like that. But
correct.
yeah, crypto is it's an interesting game. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do they call him again? The Nebraska Oracle, Warren Buffett.
Yeah, I know that.
I think that's what they call him, the Nebraska Oracle, something like that, which is crazy. But look, hey, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm looking at Ian Dunlap, what he doing. I'm not. He followed Warren Buffett, and all them, but Warren Buffett just was smart in the fact that he was disciplined. Okay, like
yeah,
that's what this comes down to.
We do comes down to discipline. I've been saying that now for a while. Like the older I get, the more I understand. Like discipline is like at the core of just about everything that we have to do.
Yeah.
And that's what Warren out here just did.
Yeah, because I don't think he's. Yeah, he's all right, but he's not real. Okay. I mean, he just followed the script, bro. Like, save, put your money in the market, and let it appreciate. Like, it's simple. Like, we playing the simple game that most people don't even have no awareness about. But
just the thing to do. I think it comes just you're right about that.
Yeah, so it's NFTs.
But that's a beautiful segue.
Yeah, beautiful segue into InvestFest. Did you see Diddy gave them $1 million check yesterday?
Yeah, and I also saw comments, people.
What people were saying?
He gave $1 million to that's what they're talking about. He gave $1 million to them, and then he also gave $1 million to what's that football team? Small HBCU that Prime is just coaching at. They played yesterday. Too.
Oh, Jackson State?
I believe Jackson State. And somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. But it was definitely a small HBCU in which Diddy also gave $5 million. $1 million to.
Give me $5 million.
He gave $1 million to them too. And just hearing, he should have given that money to another HBCU. There's other HBCUs that need it. Oh, he gave it to EYO. That's a tax write-off. Duh, it is. And then also, you're giving them this money. They are on revolt. But nonetheless, like, it's still a big deal. How you doing?
What's good?
It's a big deal. It's good. It's a big deal what he's doing. Watching how EYO has ascended throughout these past few years.
Very few.
And I think this is maybe the third or fourth, maybe the third InvestFest.
Third one.
Fourth? Yeah, it's not even. There hasn't been a ton of InvestFest, and they have been pulling the biggest of the biggest acts and individuals to come and spread knowledge and walk amongst regular people to just give free game and to learn about products and services. That's crazy. We haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this amount of black and brown people come out to events like this unless it's music focused or something like that. And it's dope because they're combining music. They're combining culture. It's not even just about. They're combining culture. So you can find everything at Invest Fest, and that happened this past weekend. Actually, today's the last day of Invest Fest in Atlanta, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And we've just been seeing clips floating around. We ain't making to an Invest Fest yet, but that's on the to-do list. That is definitely on the to-do list.
Facts.
And then another to-do list is to get on the stage, right?
Right.
And talk to the people, but yeah, no, a lot of people was there. I saw, Diddy. We saw.
Who else? Obviously, Ian Dunlap there. I believe.
Tabitha Brown. So,
Yep. Who's the other dude?
Steve Harvey was there.
Steve Harvey, of course. Junior Bridgman,
Yeah.
NBA player who has over 300 plus franchises now. Like, this guy probably got maybe few 100,000 playing in the league, and then turned that into millions because he became a franchisor of all these different companies.
Come on.
So
Jeezy was talking.
Yeah.
Robert Smith was talking. Rich Paul was there talking. 19 Keys was there.
Yeah.
Like, Jermaine Dupri was there. I was going through some of them. John Sally was there. Terrence J was there. Inky Johnson, I saw some of his intro. His introduction, like just giving a speech.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah, he's one person that I really want to see in person because I think he's a person that just looks like he can take over a room because
your boys was there. The golf.
Oh, Eastside Golf. Okay.
Eastside Golf, they was there. Al Harrington there. Like, these are big names.
Exactly.
Like, we ain't say nobody that y'all don't know. Not one yet. So it's just you in a room filled with just excellence everywhere. And information everywhere.
That's beautiful.
And networking everywhere. An opportunity around the corner. Literally.
That's a fact. And I'm gonna say this because we went to our first conference about 2 years ago, a year ago, and that's where you're gonna meet your business partners at. That's where you're gonna meet people who are on the same wavelength as you, and want to accomplish things. So it's imperative that we as people continue to go to these events and support these brothers, and support things like this in our communities too. Like, I'm pretty sure there's somebody in your community trying to do good. And, it's best that we support the things locally first and then go outside of our homes and communities and support other people. But yeah. They had Kathy Wood from ARC. That's crazy.
I'm still going on while you talking.
Wow.
Yeah, Baron Davis.
Yeah.
These are all people that we have covered.
Yeah.
Right? These basketball players or athletes that are out here getting the business bag.
Right.
It's just a huge line up. Like, I'm still struggling.
Yeah.
There's just that many people that was there. So,
that's beautiful. But
Invest Fest 2023. I want to get a recap on Market Mondays.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. But yeah, get to a conference. Think you have great experience. And it'll be an opportunity where you get to become very inspired and motivated to get to what it is that you want to do. Like, after I came from that conference and just knowing it solidified some relationships, and it's it's a great thing to experience.
It is.
Just because of the networking opportunities and things that you can gain from going to these things, and then eventually you may be a part of them. So that's a great thing. So
Right.
shout out to InvestFest. We'll be making it at some point, and get that experience for ourselves. So yeah, guys, that finishes up our episode for this week. Thank you again. Always much gratitude to everybody who stayed in tune and everybody who will
Thank
watch
y'all.
this on the replay. Um, we truly love doing these things. And yeah, follow us on all social media platforms at 21 Titles. We're here, obviously, on IG. We're on X, formerly known as Twitter, uh, now, LinkedIn, YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube page. We're trying to get that up.
Yeah,
But
we're gonna do a lot of moving and shaking with some of our pages, so just stay with us and bear with us. But we
facts,
trying to elevate it, so be on the lookout for everything.
big facts. Also follow the 9450.
Yes.
We're under their umbrella for women's basketball. It's a podcast network. Follow their follow them on iTunes or any platform that you listen to, podcasts. They basically just surpassed 100,000 downloads, which
No, they
is
did, and that's major. That's a really big deal.
facts.
So you want real informative, just insight
A
on
fact.
women's basketball or women's basketball, then you need to tap in with the 9450 for sure.
Big facts.
Take a listen, give us feedback, let us know your thoughts about it, but definitely take a look and listen.
Big facts. And with that, peace. We'll see y'all next time.
Peace, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Peace, y'all.
We're done, y'all. I'll be forgetting. I gotta turn this off, but peace. See y'all next time.